There's whispers in the basement, ladies and gentlemen, as we start once again the show, Mike Marino, live from my mother's basement, and here I am once again. Now, I know I did a podcast here on Monday night, and I usually only do it on Wednesday night, but I felt Monday night I had to do something because, if you remember correctly, it was Columbus Day, and me being an Italian-American and the whole world celebrating Italian-American month, of course, I had to do a podcast while we were celebrating Columbus Day, and I was getting a lot of great shout outs from our friend Joe Piscopo, who was in New York City, of course, doing the whole Columbus Day parade situation. But tonight we're doing the show live because we got some great stuff to talk about. And returning to the show, he can't wait to come back up here because his knees are probably killing him. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Garry Pastore is back on the show.
It fell down your trap door. Freak. Oh, folks. I'm back.
Yeah. What? I don't even know if this is a good idea that he was just down behind the bar with all these alcohol bottles, and he just pops up from my crotch area.
It wasn't by your crotch. I fell down the hole in the shoe.
One of the greatest things about having comedic actor, celebrity entertainer, and serious actor Garry on the show is he actually comes prepared with a shirt that says "Live from my mother's basement." There's only a few of them in the world, and he happens to have one of them, and I'm so happy and proud about that. So we're back in the basement. We're gonna have a great broadcast. We got some people hanging out in the studio audience, which we call the catering area. We're gonna talk about them. We're gonna talk about you. We're gonna talk about him. We're gonna talk about a lot of things that are going on. But right now, one of the greatest things that we have to talk about immediately is Garry and I are hungry.
And how?
We're very hungry.
Thirsty.
And
look
thirsty.
what I have. I have this delicious bottle from Hero King.
Show both cameras, please.
Can we see this?
There it
It's
is.
from Hero King. Yes, it's chocolate cream soda. It's supposed to taste like a chocolate egg cream. Now, if you're from Brooklyn, I guess Queens, did they make egg creams in Queens? Yeah, I guess. But if you're from Brooklyn especially, you know what an egg cream is. So I'm going to try it.
Cream,
Egg
which
cream.
means with egg, I guess.
No, I get it.
Now we're going to get the
That's
the
really
history.
good.
That's delicious, isn't it?
Really good.
All right.
Wow.
We came down here
Sugar
tonight, of course, to do the podcast, let everybody know what's going on in his career, my career, our career. But tonight's show is being brought to you by one of the most incredible places to get a sandwich in the state of New Jersey. Now, you know how we are when it comes to food. We don't clown around. If it's not good, we don't go there no more. We don't talk about it. But if it's good, we don't only talk about it. We have it on the show, and we have the owner of that place come to the show and make sure they bring it in person. Now, we're talking about one of the greatest places to get a sandwich, Hero King in Nutley. Are you checking this out? We're not fucking around about this. We're going to show you exactly what we're about to eat. Now, I know Gary's kicking me under the bar right now saying, would you stop fucking talking? I'm
Look
starving.
at this sandwich.
But we have to do this right.
Where is it? Oh, there it is.
We have to do this right. Now, let's get some of the sandwiches right now and show you what we got from the Hero King.
I love this
Now,
show.
Gary, I guess, is having the Italian sandwich, right?
Delicious. Go with my chocolate egg cream.
This is the Italian sandwich. Let me ask the pro, Johnny Salami, who's actually the guy who brought us this, and he's the one who owns Hero King. Johnny, what is this sandwich?
The number 3.
This is the number 3. He knew the fucking number.
Basic Italian.
He knew the number. A basic Italian. See, I didn't even know the number. I didn't know for sure. I didn't know if I was saying the right thing, but this is the Italian sandwich. Johnny, tell us what's on this sandwich, please.
Looks like salami.
Looks like salami. They call him Johnny Salami.
It looks like ham.
Ham.
And the best provolone you can get.
And the best provolone you can get.
Pleasant tomato, salt, pepper, oregano, and oil and vinegar.
He said that a little too fast. Gary?
I got it.
Okay.
Right,
Lettuce, tomato, salt, pepper, oregano.
Oil and vinegar.
Oil and vinegar.
You
Oil
gotta
and
have
vinegar.
it, you gotta make
Gotta
it
have it.
That's
Be
love.
Wet and wild.
It's wet.
And wild.
That's why when you went to a sandwich shop like Hero King and you say to the guy behind the counter, make it wet for me. He knows what you're talking about. It's got nothing to do with sex. It's a different kind of sex. You're making love to a number 3. You're making love to a number 3.
Yeah.
All right. So that's number 3. Now, I'm not going to bite that right now because I want to do a lot of talking and Gary's doing a lot of eating because he came over hungry.
No, I wanted to try a sandwich.
But I'm going to pull up another sandwich,
It's a
and
nice
Gary's going to
sandwich.
pull up this sandwich too. Would you please pull up that Roast beef, you son of a bitch.
Roast beast
Wait a minute.
with mozzarella
And brown.
and brown
Brown gravy.
gravy.
Okay, don't
gravy.
get confused with the sauce and the gravy.
Brown gravy.
This is
on
brown gravy.
there.
Tell him we'll argue about
Try
that
this
in a little
now.
bit.
You want me to try it? Give it a shot.
No, I'm gonna try it too. I'm gonna eat over this plate because Gary's eating over the bar like a gavone.
It's going right in the hole.
It went in the hole.
I'm running filling.
He just spit all over my shirt.
I'm sorry. How's my breath?
You motherfucker. You motherfucker. I don't mean to curse,
Well, what did I do?
but there is absolutely no other word to describe how delicious this sandwich is than motherfucker. Motherfucker.
It's delicious.
Cancel the show. I don't care. This is the greatest sandwich I've ever had. I could have had the number 3.
What number is this?
That's the Hoboken.
That's a Hoboken.
We're eating the Hoboken.
I love the Hoboken. This
Look
is
at
my.
this.
This is my. Oh, wait after that guy.
Watch me make everybody drool right into the camera. Get in here with the camera.
Mhm.
Look at that. 2 jerks from Jersey eating the Hoboken sandwich. Look at the meat. Look
like
at the
Laurel
amount
and
of meat.
Hardy.
If you ever had a sandwich like this, who's Hardy? If you ever had a sandwich like this, and
guess
then you
I
were
am.
done, and you went to a Subway, you're an asshole. There's no other word to describe it. If you eat this sandwich, you say motherfucker. If you go to Subway, you're an asshole.
They don't have that at Subway. Come on.
Let me bite this. Gary, tell them a little bit more about how delicious these sandwiches are, and if you would tell them where this Hero
I ate that
King
in about
is
2 seconds
on a
flat.
chocolate egg cream.
Flat.
They
I
make
didn't even come up. Yeah, I just want to
he sucked it. He sucked it. He swallowed it.
swallowed it
He
whole.
vacuumed it.
Vacuumed it.
Inhaling. Look
The
at
inhaler.
look at the plate with all these sandwiches.
You know what? Should call that sandwich the inhaler. Or Gary's inhaler. There you go. Mm.
Gary, please tell everybody where the Hero King is.
Hero King is at 132 Franklin Avenue in Nutley, New Jersey. We were just talking about Nutley. My dear friend Frank Vincent, may he rest in peace, lived in Nutley. And right around the corner from where Hero King is. No, I can't have another one. I'm full. Thank you. I just wanted a snack. Maybe later. We have to talk. If I talk and eat, I'm going to choke. Then you're going to have EMS here, and we're going to have a problem. I'll fall back in that hole again.
The Hero King, 132 Franklin Avenue, Nutley, New Jersey. You could also order some food online. Go to www.theheroking.com. You can look them up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. They probably even have a YouTube channel. And we're going to be on their YouTube channel talking all about one of the best places to get a sandwich. And not only can you get hot sandwiches, cold sandwiches, you can get catering. And you can get the foot long, 3 feet long.
And ain't no $5 foot long, no.
This is
Don't
the
expect that. Mm-mm.
Police and fire.
this is the menu. I can't really read the whole thing.
I heard that's what Jared's getting in jail right now, $5 foot long.
Yeah.
Hero King of Nutley, where the blue line goes to dine. We believe in giving back to our local heroes and veterans, all right? So what do you do for a cop if he walks in there and gets a discount?
$5.
$5 for
All day long for cops, firemen.
Cops and firemen. You're taken care of.
Very nice.
Okay, now see, you listening, people. This you all right?
Mhm.
This is Jersey.
Need the hiney lick.
You got somebody's in the toilet. This is Jersey.
And a live show.
Yes, when you come to New Jersey and you go to a place like the Hero King, they're so confident that you're going to love the food. They're so confident that they're going to sell sandwiches left and right that they say, you know what? If a police officer comes in, order whatever you want, it's $5. So if you want the number 3 or you want the Hoboken and you're a cop, $5.
$5.
You understand?
$5.
If you're a comedian, free.
Is that so?
Well, for me. Now, while we're talking about this delicious food, and I know hundreds of people are writing in right now, and I'm sorry I can't look because I'm eating.
Go ahead.
Gary's going to tell you that not only did they make that chocolate cream, the chocolate cream,
This is chocolate cream. Tastes
Chocolate
like
cream.
a chocolate egg cream.
I got lemonade. Lemonade.
Fresh
You see this?
squeezed.
Fresh squeezed lemonade. A root beer. Please show them the root beer.
Root. That's root beer.
Root beer.
Mhm.
And just to be an asshole, pineapple soda. Pineapple soda. I mean, where you going to get this?
Jamaica.
Where you going? You going to Stop and Shop? You going to ShopRite? Pathmark? Is Pathmark even in business?
No,
Anybody even go there anymore?
Pathmark.
You're gonna go to the you know what you can go get a delicious soda like this? Go to Subway.
No.
I know, I was breaking balls.
Garbage.
If you wouldn't mind, let me have the root beer.
You can have the root beer.
And I'm gonna eat my last bite of this. Thank you very much for opening that. See what a gentleman he is?
Well,
He opened up my soda because he knows I'm
your
busy.
hands are a little busy.
My hands are busy.
You're Italian. Your hands are always busy.
Remember when you were a kid, you put your elbows on the table, your mother slapped you in the face?
Crack with the spoon.
Look at us now.
Like this. You
Like
know why?
this.
I could do what I
Because you
want.
got two
She's not here.
fisties fucking sandwiches.
I'm using my elbow to hold myself up after that sandwich.
While we have Garry on the show right now,
Mhm.
Garuch, we want to talk about Monday and what Columbus Day means to you, Garry.
It's about Christopher Columbus and him sailing on the Nina Pinta and the Santa Maria, and they came to America, and they met some Indians, and they should have had Thanksgiving then, which really confuses me because Thanksgiving is in a few weeks, and the Indians ate with the Italians. They could have had a Thanksgiving, except I know what would have been served at that Thanksgiving dinner: fucking manigot.
Monaco?
Because the old timers still insist on making manigot and lasagna so that by the time the turkey comes, you don't even want to look at it anymore. And that's what happened on Columbus Day back then. They had, instead of turkey, they had manigot.
That's where
And
all the
on the
confusion
bus.
came in. See, now Garry understands, I understand, because when we have Thanksgiving down here in the basement, Mommy makes the Andy Bast. She gets it from Hero King.
There you go. That's right.
Comes with olives and super sad and galama and all this crazy good shit. She puts it on a table, and the relatives mingle a little bit. And then they even have deviled eggs that your mother makes the night before with her sister. And they yell and scream and complain about how they came over from Italy.
Mhm.
And while they're doing that, then we go to bed, and the whole house smells like farts. Right?
Like sulfur.
Yeah.
I never ate any of that crap.
No, I like a deviled egg. I like a deviled egg with a beer just to piss everybody off.
Oh, I'll bet.
People who owned bars back in the day had eggs
had 'em on the bar.
and beer.
They had them on the bar.
And I don't even know what that was all for, but
you know
they
where
did
you
it.
still do it? Western Pennsylvania.
But they're going to do it here this Thanksgiving because I'm going to have the traditional Thanksgiving. So what we did was we had the Andy Bast. I never said antipuesto until I moved to California. Then I got punched in the face from an Italian guy.
Anti-pesto?
I never said that.
That's nasty.
Andy Bast. We said, my mother would say, we're going to make the Andy Bast, like she was going to stab you.
Right. Anti-Bast.
And that also had all kinds of Italian delicacies like the basket cheese and the mozzarella cheese and stuff, all kinds of different
Supersada.
cheeses, supersada.
Mm-hmm. What else?
And then
Peppercini peppers.
some nuts were everywhere too. Walnuts, mostly walnuts. My father made not dates. What's the nut that your father made in the oven? Put a hole in it.
Figs.
Not a
Not
fig.
fig. Oh, chestnuts.
Chestnuts.
Mm,
They made the chestnuts. Used to say they fell off the tree.
They were nasty.
I never liked the chestnut
I didn't
because it
either.
had hair on it.
It was
You
disgusting.
see the hair? It was like hair.
And then it was overdone.
Fuzzy.
We chewed it for about a half hour. Had horrible.
Nobody
taste.
ever liked it. It was
Give it to the
shit.
squirrels.
Yeah.
Let them eat it.
Yeah. Let them lose their souls.
Exactly.
All right. A couple of references. So anyway, after we had the antipasto, okay, that's when we came out with what they would say is pasta. And we always had manigut, or a few
Manigut.
American people, manicotti.
When I go,
We had the money guts. Then after that, you passed out for a little while. Then you got your second wind, and you had potatoes
yeah.
and turkey, stuffing. Then after that, you had fenouil.
And you fell asleep.
You remember fenouil?
Yeah. The
Fennel.
fennel.
Fennel. You dipped it in oil with pepper, like that was delicious. It
No,
tastes
it's
like
supposed to be
shit.
Yeah, it's an after digestive.
It's a digestive.
Mhm. So you don't fart.
Yeah, it's a laxative.
Whatever. I know.
So this is the way we had it. But if you remember the original story, see, Christopher Columbus, when he first came to New Jersey, he said, this is kind of nice. I think I'll stay. So he made a deal with the Pilgrims and the Indians. And he said, listen, you have turkey. You have your corn. We're going to have our pasta. You go over there. We're going to go over here. And everybody's going to be happy. And that's why they came out with the parade.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Very controversial, though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's getting stupid. It really is.
That's the way my uncle told me the story, and he was friends with Christopher Columbus. They used to go to high school together.
Did they really?
Yeah, he was on the basketball team.
How did this go from here to there?
Somebody better be laughing.
This took the snowball effect, brother. What the?
I think I hurt myself.
I'm lost.
Hey, Rory Shapisi, she's in Texas. Got to get the Texas people working. She's a chef, and she's Italian, and she's from New Jersey. So if she don't know, nobody knows. And I don't know what an Italian girl's doing. And I miss real Italian food. Texas, nothing. See, I knew what I'm talking about. And there's Vincent LaSavio from our favorite place on Park Avenue. John's Meat Market.
You can't beat John's Meat.
You can't beat John's Meat because I don't think he has any anymore. He's an older gentleman. But John, Vinny, everybody, thank you so much for watching and supporting Mike Marino live from my mother's basement with our celebrity actor from the town of Scotch Plains, Garry. So, Garry, tell us also about now what you just got done working on.
A comedy called...
A comedy?
Yes, I do.
He got me a part in the movie. I couldn't make it.
He couldn't do it.
Shit.
It's called Crabs in a Bucket.
Crabs in your ass.
By Palo Pilati, and it's about South Philly. And I play a real estate mogul, and I'm going to try and gentrify this old South Philly neighborhood. And the townspeople will have none of that. And Jeremy Piven is my ingenue, works under me, and he goes back to the neighborhood, and he feels really bad that he's got to go there and do this to his town folk. So I'm not going to give away anything else, but it's a comedy.
Well, tell us about what it was like to work with Jeremy Piven, who a lot of people know from the TV series Entourage. I actually know Jeremy, as you know, from doing stand-up comedy at the Laugh Factory in Hollywood.
All these comedians, Jamie Kennedy, all these guys said to say hello to you.
That's wonderful news. I'm glad that that they acknowledged my unpresence, but presence.
I had the shirt on.
I appreciate that.
I walked around set with the shirt on, and everybody wanted to know. And I said, Mike Marino. Oh, Mike Marino. I know Mike Marino. Say hi to Mike Marino. It was great. Worked out perfectly. He's one of these. Yeah, I'm like his, I don't know. I'm like his.
This is a great show because we're having a lot of fun, but I already got people going, now they're going to say what this meant. And I said Little Rascals.
It is the Little Rascals.
Other people said Three Stooges. This is Little Rascals. This is the high sign from the He-Man Woman Haters Club.
That is the sign from the He-Man Woman Haters
Club. Well, people were writing in saying, no, it's the Three Stooges.
Nope, it's the sign. No.
The He-Man Woman Haters Club. It could even be.
No.
It could even be the Honeymooners.
No, this was the high sign.
Yeah, the high sign.
That's what it was. It was the high sign, right? Okay, thank you. I mean, I was very, 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 very young when Little Rascals was on. I wasn't.
I have.
I have very little memory. The only thing I do remember is this. That I remember. Until they pulled the show. You know, they pulled the show because it was too racial.
Yeah, well.
I tell you what, I watched a couple episodes. We're teetering on the edge of.
Listen, you know what? It's funny. Leave it alone. Let it be. I have the Little Rascals collection on VHS, and I have a camera, and I can watch it. So let that go.
Well, what would happen if they released Blazing Saddles now? It would never come out. You think it would ever get released? Never happen.
I thought you meant the joke. It would never come out.
No.
Yeah. It would stay in.
No. Blazing Saddles. It was so. It was on the edge. And even Mel Brooks said it's hard on comedians nowadays because you can't go up there feeling all kinds of.
Wow.
You got to think about today's society. And that said, always laugh. Laughing's very important. I don't care where you get your laughs from. Yeah, don't be so damn sensitive. Yeah, what's your candy asses? Yes, Jesus.
Yeah.
Get over it.
Speaking of candy, remember
what?
Me and Bramnick, who's writing into the show right
Johnny
now.
Bramnick.
John Bramnick, who did really great over at the NJ Pack this weekend. Very funny. Everybody loved John Bramnick. Hope he becomes the mayor because I'll become president and we'll work that whole thing out. And who else is saying hello? Oh, Ciro is saying hello right now.
Ciro the Podge. I spoke to him today. Looks like we're going to go back down to Florida sometime around the beginning of January.
January?
Yes, that's what I heard when it's nice and cold. Thank you, Ciro. And, yeah, we're going to go shoot a little more. That's all I'm giving out.
No, we can give up more than that.
I can't really.
Garry was very lucky to be part of, not very lucky, skilled enough to be in the TV series called Silent Partners. And he called me up and he says, Mike, there's a role in this TV pilot for you. And you could play my underboss, my Counsel Eddie. And I said, hey, let's do this. So we went down there. We filmed some stuff. It looks really, really great. And we're going to go back down there and film
You're
some
always
more.
an Irish cop. Now you play the blonde
An
Italian,
Irish hitman.
right? And now I want to be an Irish cop. I've never done that. I don't know if I can do it, but I can try and do it. I mean, if you called me O'Reilly, most people would believe I was right.
Let me tell you something, Gary. The way you came up from underneath the bar, you could definitely play an Irishman.
Oh, yeah? You like that?
Oh, he's in the movie Irishman.
That's true.
Tell us about that.
Tiny part.
Tiny.
part.
Yeah, but you know what? He's in it.
I think I live for 20 seconds. Something like that. I get killed in a barber chair. That's all I can tell you.
One of the greatest experiences could be or has been, I don't want to speak for Gary, that he worked with Martin Scorsese. Why don't you tell us about your friend Marty?
Many times.
Many times.
Yeah, Marty cast me in Goodfellas because of Frank Vincent from Nutley, which is next to Hero King.
At the number 3. The
How was
Hoboken.
that, man? That was a triple play. That was good, right? So anyway, Frankie Vincent introduced me to my agent. My agent hooked me up with Goodfellas, and I went with Frank Vincent the day that it was in the bar fight. I was there that whole day, and I watched the whole scene get shot. It was pretty cool. In fact, it was really cool.
You notice when I move back like that, my head got as small as yours. But when I move in like that, my head gets big.
Well, that's the
It's
same
not-
problem I have.
It's not part of the conversation. I'm just saying. See what the camera does.
Yeah. Oh,
So if you lean in, you get a bigger head.
I feel like doing some kind of South American dance. You know?
He's getting drunk off his chocolate cream soda.
I put vodka in while I was down in the hole.
So then he definitely could play an Irishman. You see how this all comes full circle? Would you like a sandwich?
Listen, you do a show behind a bar. Well, what do you think's gonna happen, bro? Can't change spots on a leopard.
Is there a leopard here? So he got to work with Martin Scorsese. Isn't that badass? Probably the number 1 filmmaker of all time. Happens to be Italian.
Very Italian.
Very Italian.
Very Italian. Very nice man.
One of these days, I'm going to have to meet Marty myself. Maybe he'll come to a comedy show because he's invited by somebody.
Oh, you got to meet the mayor.
Yeah. Well, hey, I met the mayor of New York because of this, man. Yeah.
That was silly.
Yeah. They booed him. They booed the mayor.
I thought they were gonna boo me.
Yeah, but they cheered for us once we put up the signs that said "Make America Italian
Italian again. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to purchase a Make America Italian Again shirt, all you have to do is go to MikeMarino.net and we will hook you up. You could also get a shirt that says "Live from my mother's basement."
You gotta go to Mike's shows. Go to Mike's shows.
Go to my show.
Go to the show. Go to the shoe, as they say in Italian. Go to Mike's shoe.
We cater to the show.
We cater to the shoe.
We bring sandwiches for $5 to everybody who comes to the show from the Hero King.
Don't say that.
You get an egg cream, and everybody gets panties. These panties say "Get the bat on the ass,"
Oh
and
my
they say
God.
"Make America Italian Again" at the crotch line.
I wouldn't even know who to give that to.
You give them to somebody that would fit. Because if you give it to somebody that don't fit, it sends a bad message.
It also
Right
look
now-
really bad.
Yes, right now the message is "Get the bat." But if you stretch this, it says "Gabagool." And that's disgusting. I don't want to send
That was a good one, bro. That was a good one.
Gabagool.
Hey, let's give props for that one. That was
Yeah,
good.
thank you very
That came
much.
right out of there.
Thank you very much. I'll be here for
Thank
another
you
20
very
minutes.
much. Thank you very much.
We're having a lot of fun.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I want to thank everybody for writing into the show so fast. I apologize that we can't answer everybody, but this Instagram feed is going wild right now. And it's nice to see everybody here on Facebook Live. Don't forget, we're not just down here on Facebook Live or Instagram Live. We're also on ddvradio.com, ItalianAmericanRadio.com. We're on Spotify. We're on, I got to read this because I'm really not sure where my show airs. Google, Spotify, iTunes, and if you watch us on your favorite podcast app and you say something cool and we send you some gifts, you can actually make some money and you can get coffee coupons and give shit like that. I really don't know what I'm talking about, but right into the show, and our producer, who is in a different state right now, will make sure that happens for you, right?
Indeed.
Here's
Indeed.
Adam DeLuca. The mayor sucks in New York City.
We know.
That's your friend.
We were trying to be politically correct, which I was just talking about.
Gary was very nice to
I
wake
was very-
me up one day
very
and
kind.
say, please, Mike, come with me to the Feast of San Gennaro in New York City. And I really didn't want to go. But we went down there with some friends, and
And we all wore shirts.
we all wore the shirts that say, Make America Italian Again.
We look like the Nation of Islam, except Italian.
Yeah, well, I think we look more like the Jets, from West Side
Oh, yeah, that's
Story.
right. We were singing.
Yeah.
When you're a jet.
We were
you're a jet
dancing.
till the end. That's
I
right.
had the leotards. We had Baby John with
Mhm.
us. We should do a vignette like that.
We should.
Who are you? I'm one of the Jets.
All you need is, I always said, just follow me around with a camera. There's great shit all day long that never gets on camera.
Well, we should have had some cameras that night. We did have some cameras, but those cameras were called Channel 2, Channel 4, Channel 5, Channel 7, because Garry was hosting the meatball eating contest, which is unbelievable. I don't know who can eat more than 2 meatballs.
I almost
Ridiculous.
hurled. I'm sitting over that guy and he's stuffing these meatballs in his mouth, and I was going, because just the sheer amount of meat this man just ate, and he got the 34 meatballs.
30.
Now, usually at Sunday dinner, I eat 2, and that's not I even made a joke about that.
I could eat maybe 3 meatballs.
Maybe 3.
If it's not in bread and you're not having any spaghetti.
34.
This guy had 34 meatballs. That's where the word gavone comes from. So he eats all these meatballs, and we had to put them in a wheelbarrow and roll them home.
And he had little balls all over his belt.
Yeah, it was funny.
Like in a cartoon.
Looked like he got shot. But anyway, Garry goes on stage, starts saying some things. He calls me up on stage. I said, Make America Italian Again. And then the mayor goes up there, and
He held up your shirt.
he held up the shirt. He
That
said,
was
wow,
really cool.
this is a cool slogan. And I said, isn't it, Mayor? Isn't it? I'm running for president. You backed out. He didn't understand that. He just kept smiling.
You know why he backed out, right?
Huh?
We made a call.
Oh, yeah. We said to him, well, Garry and his friends supposedly called him and said, hey,
Hey, Mayor, you got to go now.
you got to go away.
There's nothing we can do about it.
There's nothing we could do.
No,
But Mike's going to run for president, so you stay here.
exactly.
So he held up the shirt, and now we're selling shirts at an Italian deli in Little Italy. They're going to buy shirts and sell them out of Karen's
Told
place.
you. I told you that little stand.
So listen, folks, if you want to buy Mike Marino shirts from me, MikeMarino.net, yeah, you can. Or you can go to Little Italy and you can go buy some mozzarella and get a T-shirt.
And
there.
mortadella and gabagool.
You can get mortadella, and then you can wipe your face with these panties. And if the panties don't fit, don't forget, gabagool.
Gabagool.
In fact, right now, John Bradman, how do you spell gabagool? Just like you spelt it. Gab, G-A-B,
A.
Ghoul, G-H-O-U-L. Gabagool.
That's the wrong ghoul. That's
That's a fungool.
No, that ghoul that you just spelt is a ghoul. Like Halloween.
Look at all these people writing in. This is funny as shit. There's my cousin Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
Hey,
I'm telling you something. You spelled ghoul, G-O-U-H-L.
I didn't. He did.
Or whatever. But it's the wrong ghoul.
It's a fungool.
It's a fun ghoul.
So we went down there, and anyway, we had a lot of fun. And Garry actually got my slogan, catchphrase, Make America Italian Again, on national television. We got a ton of phone calls, a ton of orders for the shirts. People, you could subscribe to the YouTube channel right now while we're watching, because if you do, I could see that you actually did it. And then I could write to you and say, thank you for doing it while we were doing the show. Go to MikeMarino.net or Mike Marino Live on all social media. Don't be afraid. We can make it happen. I was watching the debates the other day. Were you watching any debates?
No, I don't like clowns.
Yeah.
They scare me.
Well, I watch the debates because I get good stand-up and cheering.
Well,
I'm not really watching because I care about anybody that's running, because if I was really up there and I was doing the right thing, believe me, you would all vote for me. Because I would stand there and they would be like, oh, what do you think about this whistleblowing? I'm like, get the term right. It's rat. He's a rat. He spoke too much. And he didn't get fired. He didn't get low. He didn't retire. He went away.
There's nothing we can do about it.
There's nothing we could do. He's gone. But that's all right, because we're there now. And if you're upset, get yourself a number 3 at the Hero King. Because what makes you happy when you're mad? Food.
And chocolate cream soda.
And chocolate cream soda or a root beer.
Or root beer. Don't
Don't be stupid, people. My mother was the greatest therapist. when I was a kid and I came home from school and we lost the baseball game, Mommy said, "Don't worry about it. Have something to eat." And you felt better. Then you got a little older and your girlfriend broke up with you and you said, "Ma, the girl don't like me." She said, "Don't worry about it. You meet somebody else. Have some spaghetti. You'll feel better." Now we're on a talk show doing this, and when we want to feel better, what do? We call the Hero King.
And we have
And
Hero King.
We're not done eating, ladies and gentlemen.
Or drinking. Guess
when
what I
we're
just
done with
got?
this show, we're going into the kitchen. We are going to fuck up those sandwiches.
See what I have now?
Oh,
I just happened to
blackberry.
get it. No, black cherry.
black cherry.
My favorite
I
are
got the
cream
root beer.
and black cherry. I think I'll open this. Can it, Corey Apple?
Oh, get it, Corey Apple. Oh,
let's
get
see.
it, Corey Apple.
Well,
The surprise. Oh, shit. Would you like a mixer?
No, this
Well,
is
I
very,
I
very
became
good.
British. Would you like a mixer?
Listen, Seth. Yeah,
Yes.
mix it. Do you know? No, it's actually really good. This and the sandwiches, forget about it.
It's just something
You're
about
gonna go home.
you
You're
know,
not gonna want to eat.
I know I live in California most of the time, but I can't eat like I eat when I'm home. When I come home, I gain 5 pounds the first hour I step off the plane.
Because California food sucks.
Yeah,
Pizza does. It's horrible.
it all sucks.
Sandwiches.
Well, some places
Some
they might not
places.
eat. You know how you get a good sandwich in California? You
Make it.
call Hero King and they deliver it to you. And that
Bro, you're
Take
gonna
a
go out
dance,
of business. This guy, I wouldn't let this guy promote anything anymore.
$5.
Yeah, you realize this is live.
You know what would be
There's
really
no
great?
cut and take here. We just go. Mike's giving the whole fucking story. Hey, come in, $5 sandwich,
$5.
free soda, get a bag of chips. So
We also wanted to talk about, we talked about your movie, The Bucket of Crabs. What's it called?
crabs in a bucket.
Crabs in a bucket. I
Bucket
said
of crabs if you're
crabs.
dyslexic. You know,
Okay.
and this is, I'm going to keep telling the story because it's amazing. I was in Delaware crabbing, and I have pictures. My phone rings, and the producer says, "We'd like you in our next feature," and it's called Crabs in a Bucket. Now, how kismet is that? And he couldn't believe it, but I had a picture. I took a picture. I showed it to him. So there you have it.
When you were doing this film, were you doing an accent from that area?
Oh, yeah.
No, really.
Yeah. Well, they wanted us to do Philadelphia, and Philadelphia is really weird because what did they say? I was practicing. I went, I own my own home and eat hoagies, and I swallow
yeah.
it down with water. I think that was pretty good. They call water.
Somebody just wrote in on Instagram,
What?
yins. Did they say that? In
Who?
that area? Yins instead of yous?
Yeah, yins.
Yins.
Yeah, there's all
yins
kinds
doing?
of. They have their own language. Philadelphia is what, 2 hours from here? Not even an hour and a half. It's like they speak another language. I had to learn an accent. How the fuck you learn an accent from 2 hours away? Really?
Yeah.
What if,
Well,
I
that's
mean,
like-
honestly,
That could be South Jersey when you go all the way down past the Jersey
dude,
Shore.
they have their own language. They got their own words.
Right, because that's when they start hearing the word hoagie. I
You
hate
know,
that word. It's a
it's-
sub.
It's
Don't fuck it up. It's a sub. Get out.
hoagie. It's ho.
It's a hoe.
It's like Horton. Here's a ho. Oh, really?
I smell black
Is it
cherry
bad?
soda.
Oh, all right.
They
So
hoagied
don't insult me.
If
It's
it's not a
sweet.
hoagie, and then it's a
It's a ho.
a sub sandwich, there was another
Hoagie.
term.
Oh, up in the Yankees, they call it a wedge. Somebody just found that out. They didn't know that.
Imagine I
Yeah, it's
can
called
have
a
a
wedge.
wedge.
So 90 minutes from Philly, you go from hoagie to wedge. Whatever happened to fucking sandwich? Can I have a hero? Isn't there a hero everywhere?
Hey, listen, here comes one of these coolest little fan letters to you.
Oh, jeez.
Tell Gary, you could tell him yourself because we're reading it live. Tell Gary I love when he says, "This is our thing" in Silent Partners. It is cool the way you do that. This is our thing.
This is our thing.
Because we're sitting at the table like, yeah,
You know, I got
this
that
is
from,
ours.
that was my tribute to Armand Desante.
Oh, really?
My dear buddy. I hope he's watching this.
Armand.
I miss you, Armand.
Armand
When you
bro-
come home, you got to give me a call, okay? And happy birthday, Armand Desante. Just had a birthday party. So, yeah. What
that
did he
is
say?
a great root beer, man.
Man, this is a great black cherry
This is
soda.
some
Oh,
badass
man,
shit.
this is good shit. Yeah.
He's here, ladies and gentlemen, the owner of Hero King, Johnny Salami, they call him. See, here in New Jersey, for some reason or other,
Johnny
there's
Salami,
a nickname for almost everybody. When I was a kid, my nickname was Mad Mike. They called me Mad Mike because I like to do crazy shit and make people laugh. But if you remember, a long time ago, there was a TV show called Super Dave Osborne.
Mhm.
And Super Dave Osborne would kind of like fictitiously blow himself up or jump off a building in a suit that he looked like Evel Knievel.
Okay.
So when I was 21, 22, and that was a hot TV show, I used to do that too. Only I got hurt.
How many times did you do it?
I jumped off the roof of my beach house once in a wetsuit with a helmet on because I thought it would be funny.
Were you drunk?
No, I was straight. I actually had a couple towels because I thought it would slow down the perpetual flight,
Right.
if that's what it's called.
Yeah. Oh, you tried to be a bird.
Yeah, I tried to be a bird. No, I
Brilliant.
tried to be Superman.
And you weren't drunk.
No, I was
And
straight.
you
I
should've
did it
went-
in
you
the
should've went to
afternoon.
the doctor.
And all my friends were
Before
standing there
you
with the
jumped.
camera.
Mhm.
And then I got hurt. And they're like, it was great. Then they went to the beach and left me there.
Michael,
I got that on tape.
do you realize that you just went live? You jumped off a roof with two towels, and you were what, 20?
21,
And you weren't
21.
drunk?
No. I never really got drunk. when I
Folks,
was
is
in
it
my
me?
20s.
Do you find that a little
We were pot smokers.
oh, there you go. Not drunk, but whatever. That was pretty funny.
I wasn't high either.
No?
No. I want to thank everybody for watching our show that has absolutely no subject matter. It just flows very
Yeah.
nicely.
No cut and take.
Right now, we're so high on food, it's ridiculous.
No soda, man. I'm wired.
The
This is like
soda.
my somebody keeps handing me sodas over here, and I keep popping them open to taste them. But now I'm like one of my kids. I'm spinning around circles.
I'm not reading the fan mail as much as I would like to. But look at this. We better stop doing what we're doing. I jumped off my garage with an umbrella and broke my ankle.
Mary fucking Poppins, are you?
I love an Italian sub.
Oh, she thinks she's Mary Poppins.
I would
Hey, jump off with me, brother.
I would jump off a
And-
building for a fucking Hero King. We'll give you $5 back.
You see what you started.
Watching this show could be bad for your health. Read the disclaimer. I jumped off a building with an umbrella. I broke my ankle.
I'm sorry
It's a
about
girl.
I'm sorry about that, Maddie. Maybe you won't ever do it again. Oh, this is hysterical. Woo.
So anyway, we are professional entertainers. Don't do this at home.
That was early days Jackass. That's what it was.
Yes.
You were Jackass before
Yeah,
Jackass.
we were fucking Jersey Shore before Jersey Shore, assholes.
That's unbelievable. You could have had your own show and been very rich.
I'm gonna try.
You know?
Now here we are working for sandwiches and sodas and sodas.
What soda?
So Garry just finished with this particular movie. I guess he's getting ready to do another one. Isn't that correct?
Soon.
Soon.
And a TV series. And the thing about the TV series is it's for Netflix. And I don't know what the name of it is. Every time I hear the name of the show, they change the name of the show. It's like, I don't know what I got signed on to. I hope I'm not getting whacked. You know what I mean? They'll set it up, make it like...
It's like my show here. Right now it's live from my mother's basement. But if we go to Hero King and they sold a lot of sandwiches for only $5, I'm going to be dead in my mother's basement.
You know what this basement looks like? I never told you.
My mother's house.
No, beside that, Donnie Brasco, when those three guys came down in the basement and cut them up and stuff, this looks kind of like the basement a little bit. No offense, but I just saw it again and I went, that basement looks familiar. It looks kind of like Mike's basement.
Well, let me see if I could do something right now because a lot
It's
of people
not
are
an
actually
insult.
writing in. Look at this.
What? Am I right?
I want to be there. I want to hang out in the basement. It sounds like you guys are having a lot of fun. Is that a garage? Is that the sandbox? Yeah, let's see if we can't do this. Wait.
He's gonna do a basement. Can you do that?
Oh, wait a minute. Some of the audience members would prefer not to be seen. Well, there you go. Can't show nobody nothing. The audience just left.
Oh, the audience left. Well, Lee, at least show him Johnny Sausage over here.
Come over here.
Show him Johnny Salami. He looks like Burt Young.
Oh, that's not nice.
No, that's not bad. What?
I do like Burt Young. I do look.
You do.
Ladies
When
and
he was
gentlemen,
younger. That's not an insult. Burt's a good-looking guy.
The owner of Hero King, Johnny Salami.
What's going on, everybody?
This is the basement.
Beautiful.
Now, does it look like the base? I'm going to take a poll. This is a Garry poll. Maybe first of its kind. Does this look like the basement from Donnie Brasco when the three gangsters walk down the stairs and they get attacked?
Yeah, well,
Put
hey,
it in there.
if there's
And it's not an insult.
any
I think it's
filmmakers out there
character.
want to rent out the basement, we can make that happen.
We can. This is a good whacking basement.
Yeah.
You know? Very good. Especially the movies we do. Anyway,
We've been having a lot of fun on this show, but we do got to get going because
But,
it's time.
on a serious note, I have an announcement, a big one for
Go.
this neighborhood. See, we record from Scotch Plains, and if you're from Scotch Plains, the town means a lot to us.
It does. It's a great town.
great little
Everybody's
town.
cool. People are nice. No crime.
No crime, cool people that live in the town. They live near each other.
Yep. Creepy
Yeah,
people.
Creepy people.
Halloween's coming up.
You know, Jerry Cooney lives in this town too.
Jerry Cooney.
That's right, the boxer, the Bayonne brawler.
I didn't know he lived in this town.
Yeah, he lives in this town.
All right.
He lives right down the block, in fact. See? And we had Pat Donizio, may he rest in peace.
Yes, Pat Denizio, the lead singer of the Smithereens. Great band.
musician,
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Lived down the block.
right? So, but anyway, what was I getting at? Oh, yeah. The Cranford Theater in Cranford, which is this beautiful old theater, closed up, and everybody was upset. But the good news is a film I am very, very proud of called Shooting Heroin, about the heroin epidemic, will be premiering on November 14th in Cranford. Thanks to the owners to opening the theater, and we're going to be the grand opening film. So that is November 14th, Thursday, 7 o'clock. There's a 6:30 red carpet.
And I'm going to be there.
Hey, Mike, you'll be there.
I'm definitely going to be there. I got the information from the owner who came to NJ Pack this weekend.
So there you go.
Doreen.
Doreen, that's her.
Doreen.
Very good lady. Very, very good. And that's that.
Yes. And where can we find you on social media?
Garry with 2 R's. He didn't know how to spell my name.
I always screw up his name.
Garry with 2 R's _ Pastore at Instagram. And GP Actor at Facebook. That's it. I don't Twitter anymore. I can't stand that Twitter crap. I'm very, very anti-politics right now. So
Yes, and if I become president of the United States, I will never tweet either, so that you don't have to worry about what I'm
No
doing. You
tweets.
just Gary will
Tweets are
call you
for
and tell you
bimbos.
what's going on. And if you want to look for me, folks, you can find me on this show live from my mother's basement.
What
I
about
got a
upcoming
huge
dates?
tour. Let's get it. Boom. We've been adding tours all day long today. I'm a very, very lucky comedian. Thank you, everybody who came to the Wilbur Theater in Boston. Thank you, everybody who came from the El Campanile Theater up in Northern California. And thank you, everybody here in New Jersey who came to the NJ Pack Theater this past weekend. This weekend, I'm going out to Florida. From Florida, I'm going to Hollywood, California. From there, I'm going back to Florida. I'm going to do a big show on November 2nd in
Really big
Jupiter,
show.
Florida, out in the streets. On November 8, 9, and 10, I'll be at one of my favorite comedy clubs of all time. It's Laughs Unlimited in Sacramento, California. It's actually one of the oldest comedy clubs in the world. Why are you laughing at that part?
because the bubbles just made me burp.
Oh.
Live.
Bubble burp.
Almost over.
On November 14, I will be with Garry at the Cranford Theater in Cranford. But on November 15th, I will be at the Keswick Theater in Philadelphia. On November 16, I'm doing the Italian-American Club here in Scotch Plains, the best of Scotch Plains, singers, jugglers, musicians, comedians, Garry. We're going to do a big, big fundraiser. The week after that,
Clowns.
14 shows, Las Vegas, Nevada, in the Tropicana. Wow. From the Tropicana, I come back to New Jersey. From New Jersey, I go to Toronto, Canada on December 1. December 5, I'm going to be on the Johnny P show with this young man right over here. We're going on Johnny P in Staten Island. You're going, right?
Of course.
All
And
right.
They're going to cut us there, but that might be a good thing.
They're going to cut us.
Well, yeah, they're going to edit it. Can't put our show on public access.
Oh, shit. We should.
Put them out of business.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to get out all your curses before we go on Johnny's show.
All right. Well,
All right.
on December 6th, I'll be at Tilly's Table in Brewster, New York. December 8th, I'll be back at the Count Basie Theater in Red Bank, New Jersey.
No boy.
And then you know what? I got another Toronto gig. And if everything goes right, on December 15th, yours truly will be at Radio City Music Hall in New York City doing a Christmas show with some phenomenal singers.
Wow.
So make sure you go to MikeMarino.net and find out what's going on in our world. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and watch Make America Italian Again. And keep on watching Live from My Mother's Basement and Let's Make America Italian Again. You understand? Remember, you don't know nothing, you don't see nothing, you don't say nothing. And how do I end every single one of my broadcasts? By always saying the same thing.
What do you say?
I say don't take no shit from nobody.
That's right. You're gonna hit him. All right,
Let's do it again.
Can we do it again?
Yeah.
Ready?
So now you got to lean in.
Echo and action.
And action.
You don't take
No shit from nobody. Good night.
Good night.
Hey folks, I hope you're enjoying watching my podcast Live from My Mother's Basement. We're having a lot of fun and I'm going to have a lot of great guests on the show in the future. So if you like it, hit like. You could also leave a comment. You could subscribe to my YouTube channel and watch other funny videos. And you could also listen to my podcast on your favorite podcast app like Spotify and iTunes.